Hello, I'm not an AI. Peak oil might be happening soon. The several CEOs, you can look it up online, have said that shale oil will peak 2027, and shale oil was responsible for all the growth in oil production. Uh, Total crude oil peaked in November 2018. In November 2018, was we never produced as much crude oil as that moment, and that's 7 years ago. And since then, the conventional sources like Saudi Arabia have steadily declined, and shale oil was growing to keep it steady, not to grow, but to fill the gap. And shale oil will now peak, and the green transition represents a massive ramping up of mining and industry. Uh, According to Simon Michaud, Professor Simon Michaud, it's physically impossible. He's a mining expert, and he says it's physically impossible to green transition. And even if we do build this whole green infrastructure, it needs to be replaced every 25 years. So, and every 25 years, we have to do it again. Then there's nuclear. I looked up. If you look up uranium reserves, I find, I know what you will find, but I find a pro nuclear website. That says uranium reserves will be depleted in 90 years at current rates of consumption. So if we build a whole infrastructure, uh, nuclear infrastructure, it won't last very long. Nuclear is also finite, and it's you have nuclear waste, and don't dismiss that. So this is the end of the industrial civilization. We're going. I don't know what's going to happen. We destroyed nature, so there's no going back to nature. We have vaccines. That was pretty cool. Cars were pretty stupid. Planes were stupid. Plastic was stupid, but vaccines were pretty cool. Um, yeah, tie a little bow around this. This is probably the biggest event in human history, and will be ever the biggest event in human history. And yeah, make choices, act as if there won't be energy, because there won't be energy. This industrial civilization is powered by fossil fuels and requires finite materials, and it was always going to end. Um, yeah, I'm going in loops. I'm not an AI, maybe, or maybe I'm just fooling you. It's interesting. Elon Musk. Maybe I already mentioned this. Elon Musk powered Grok, his AI, with natural gas generators instead of solar panels. Even though he claimed solar panels could power the world, and he sold big ass batteries, because for the intermittency of wind and solar. Yet when he powers his Grok AI, he does it with natural gas. So that should tell you something. And natural gas is finite. Natural gas is also a chemical feedstock for nitrogen fertilizer. But luckily, we can feed a lot more people if we go vegan, because meat uses 4 times as people who eat meat use 4 times as much land and fertilizer and pesticides as a vegan. So if we all go vegan, we can feed the world. No need to worry. Of course, there's climate change and microplastics, and but vaccines were pretty cool. Thumb up for vaccines. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Bye bye.